A lot of the time, we feel like our lives are the worst, but think if you looked at anybody else's closet, you wouldn't trade your shit for their shit. So let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hello, hello. I will close out the music. Hi. Thank you for resubbing for 4 months. It's wild that it's been 4 months. But hello, hello. It is Genshin night on an actual Genshin night. So today we are just gonna do dailies and event stuff. So no weeklies this week, most likely. Um, unless we finish, like, probably not gonna be here long again. So valid. Get rest. Oh man, I am tired. I did almost everything I set out to do today. And I was met with some Might pass out during stream. You're so tired. It's so valid. I'm definitely gonna try not to go too late. I have moved the window from 10:30 to 11 down to 10 to 10:30 simply based on my exhaustion. Basically, when I I recorded a couple videos today. I'm kind of doing a little more recording this week than I usually would simply because I'm taking all of next week off, so I want to just have the videos ready and scheduled on YouTube so that they can just go, be free. So I went to record like an actual video for my main channel. It was, sit down talk video. I get my mic all hooked up and, I'm like, okay. Last time I tried to record a sit down talk video, the audio sounded so bad. Like it was unsalvageable. There was nothing to be done about it. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do mic test and see, if I can troubleshoot this. And after testing a bazillion times in the voice recorder app, I decided to switch to OBS because I'm like, is this how I've been sounding during streams? I did try to look to see if the app needed updating. Could not really find useful information in that regard. But it's fine. The one that I found actually sounds better anyways, like even when the sound recorder was working fine, like this has even cleaner audio than that. So, um sorry. I just remembered one of my subscriptions that I didn't account for because it's a quarterly subscription. Sorry. All of a sudden, brain. So, yeah. Anyways, I figured out that it wasn't my microphone causing the problem, it was the app causing the problem. So I was just like, please, Windows Store, give me a different sound recording app. And they were like, here is this one. It's called Audio Recorder and Voice Recorder Pro. It had some pretty good reviews on it, so I was like, all right, it sounds pretty good, and it worked. And the most important thing, yeah, yeah, it is rare. Usually it's like 6 months or a year or 1 month for a lot of things. Although I know at least it used to. Crunchyroll used to have a 3 month, like every 3 months. I don't know if they still have that. Um, But yeah, the software that I use for cleaning up audio files for Twitch's quarterly can be, yeah. The stuff that I use, the program that I use for cleaning up my audio for voiceover auditions and also for you just get it through Prime, yeah, same. Um but yeah. Anyways, let's hop into game. I kind of left us in the middle of that area that has the oh, where is my camera? There we go. I kind of left us in the middle of the area that has the hilly troll, so we are currently being attacked. So we're just going to teleport out of there. No big deal. Everything's totally fine. I think I'll condense my resin and yeah, yeah. I was while the starting screen was up, I was looking at Twitter to check on that one. Um, so yeah, I am uh, so tired on this day. That is okay. But yeah, I was thinking I'll probably just condense the resin and do. Oh, right. Hold on. Let me. Well, mail. Wait. Did I already check in? I was gonna say I'll do the daily check-in, but it appears I may have already done it. I remember things. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, well, all right, cool. My brain is MIA. It'll be a fun time. Is there anything? Yeah. There's only one song left to unlock. Ooh, exciting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Party setup. I got a new background. I did not. Oh, for my Genshin profile. I was like, for stream, but yeah. I've been changing it a lot. Pretty much every time a character reaches some kind of milestone or whatever, I'm like, yeah. Right now, I think I have it on the Raiden Shogun's Friendship 10, but I've been swapping it around quite a lot in recent months. Anyways. Oh, there's more. Oh. Hi, John. The orange contrast bothers you, so you stay the ones that fit well with it. That is valid. Hi, John. Welcome on in. Thank you for the bits. Oh. How are you doing today? All right. This is more. So, with the Unseen Razor, so the follow-up quest, at first, you go somewhere close to the chasm and you find a sword hilt and it looks like it's been broken. So then the next one, you go into the chasm and she's like, "Here, there's like 2 monster camps nearby that we can clear out. Maybe we'll find something, maybe we won't." Yeah. And so yeah, so I got the one follow up and then I got the one in the chasm. I don't know if this is the exact same one or not. We'll see if we're about to fight the monster camps again. Looks like it should be here. Lan, are you still looking for sword fragments? Traveler, fancy running into you again. Yeah, I managed to get a few new fragments through some more appropriate commissions. Yeah! The situation is the same as it was previously. I'd like to invite you to head out with me and defeat some monsters. I was going to choose right anyways, because the last time I got this one, I chose left. The camp to the left is being held by a group of hilichoils. Alone, each of them should present no danger to you. But their numbers are substantial. Should you face them directly and all at once, it may require some effort to prevail, even for you. On the right is a stone-hide trail. As for how dangerous facing one is, I don't really think I need to elaborate. Since I'm the one who asked for your aid, I'll let you select which camp to clear. Understood. I'll go for the other one. Let's make this quick.
The wind knows me.
Now you shall perish! Shine down!
He's yeeting geo slimes at us. I don't know why I've never noticed that. I'm usually being hit by the attack. Random weapon shards. Let's bring it back and have a look. Traveler, have you already wiped out the monsters in that camp? All done. How's it going on your end? Just some ordinary monsters. Didn't take too much out of me. Shame that I didn't find anything of value. It's just scrap here. Poor slime's always getting yeeted. For real! Where are the slime rights activists of Tevat? They've got to be out there, man. Oh, yeah. Happy International Women's Day. If there are any women in here, hey, I see you. I appreciate you. And go celebrate existence. You have the right to exist. You have the right to take up space in this world. We support women's rights and women's wrongs. Yeah. To Lan, because Lumine definitely doesn't have a gender. Listen, I don't think Lan has a gender either. To be honest. Like, have you ever have you ever heard her talking? She doesn't talk like someone who identifies with a gender. Happy International Women's Day to Ether. Yes. How'd it go on your end? Did you find anything? What am I drinking? It is, it's an orange soda. I've had it in the fridge for a while, and then I remembered it, and I was like, I would like to drink a soda, I think. I know, fake Midwesterner. Pop. But pop is like Faygo and Coke, you know? Jarritos is soda. I don't know what the distinction really is to me, but here we are. Hardly ever drink pop. Yeah. I am not really a pop person. I'm more of like a tea person. And if I'm gonna have something, if I'm gonna have pop, I'm probably putting vodka in it, or rum, or tequila. um, I rarely just drink pop, but this soda brand is one that I've always been able to just drink because it's yummy. But I don't drink often for the taste. Yeah, the caffeine does nothing. I mean, yeah. All right. If we find all the shards, what will you do with them? Right. Yeah. Exact. Yeah. No. Not a drop of liquor in there. Honestly, I don't even. No, I guess I could see what would go in the Mandarin, but I just wanted something fizzy. All right. Yep. I am really hoping that the conclusion of this quest line eventually coming, because this obviously is not the conclusion of the quest line. I am really hoping that it means that we are going tequila and triple sec. Probably, yeah, for the citrus. Which means that Jin probably would too, because Jin is pretty citrusy. We don't usually have Jin in the house though. Yeah. But anyways, I think that at the conclusion of this quest line, we are probably going to end up getting, like, I mean, I don't know, but it feels like we might end up getting, like, the blueprint for the Unseen Razor. You know what I mean? Like, especially here talking about reforging it and the blueprints have been long since lost and all of that stuff. Like, come on. It kind of feels like that's what this is going to build up to, and I'm excited for it. Not that I have any sword billets, but, you know, that's fine.
Solidify.
I thought that little meerkat thing was, or it's a Kazuho situation and we get it fully refined. Oh yeah. That would also be nice. One small step for hilly trolls. But yeah, I'm gonna sleep very hard tonight. Simply due to ugh. Yeah. Like, it's a good tired. I was pretty, I feel accomplished today.
Stabilize.
One with nature. The wind knows me.
Alrighty. Always gotta find what is and isn't breakable. Oh, we're like right by the next one. Am I streaming Saturday or starting my break a day early? My current plans are to start my break on Saturday. But I reserve the right to change my mind. If I do stream on Saturday, it'll probably be more Genshin. Like,
There's no end to this. Solidify.
oh, you guys are not the tone recorders that I'm supposed to be. Sorry. Yeah, and it would probably be a no mic, no cam kind of stream of just like doing the Spiral Abyss or some more event things or something, you know? So that's my tentative thoughts if I do something, and if I don't do something, eh. But yeah. So I haven't hard scheduled for it or anything, but if I'm in the mood, I will. Mostly if I'm in the mood to do Spiral Abyss, I will stream because I need proof of any progress that I make. Because I have this unreasonable fear that no one will believe me if I do well. I'll start.
Want a taste of my hammer?
Shine down. Into the wind.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Don't remember if the people changed this time or not. That's alright. We'll find out. But yeah, since it would reset during my break, I was like, oh, that that would be unfortunate if I missed it. Or if I did it and nobody saw. Because for some reason, my brain is like, if I clear a floor in the abyss and nobody's around to witness it, it is as if I never did it at all. I don't know why my brain is like that. Sims babies happened during my break too, so we get to come back to that. Yeah. I'm so nervous. I want to be excited. I want to be excited so bad. But they're adding a whole new life stage into the game. I mean, I think that when they added toddlers, it was actually pretty smooth. Like, I don't think it totally broke anything. However, when they changed the way that lifespans worked, it did cause problems. So it's like, yeah. Also, every single mod is going to break. So honestly, I'm kind of glad that it's happening while I'm on break, because then I don't have to like stress about not having mods ready for when I'm streaming. So exact. Because it doesn't rework the code. Yeah. I'm hoping that as well. But if anyone could find a way to make it break the code. Listen. The Sims team are a bunch of incredibly talented individuals, because I cannot imagine how else they manage. To introduce game-breaking strings of code. Incredible. I'm a big fan of it's not a bug, it's a feature. Incredible. Oh, man. Yeah,
Ad Astra Abyssal.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Oh my goodness.
Ad
Speaking
Astra
of games
Abyssal.
and glitching, I was recording for my Legacy Challenge today. And all of a sudden, I mean, I've had Sims like glitch out and T-pose, but they usually they go, eh. They do their T-pose and then they drop and then they're like, huh, what was I doing? Like they just reset themselves basically. My Sim fully froze. Froze in T-pose. I had told her to tell a fox not to steal our eggs. And then all of a sudden she was just standing in the yard. And I tried resetting her a whole bunch of times, and it did not work. I had to go into manage worlds and come back. Wonderful. Instead, lay flat on the ground. Awesome. Alrighty. Let's...
What should I try this time?
Real tiger fish. Get it while it's hot.
Just for fun. Exactly.
We should.
Oh no. It is hard to get body to accept.
Sure.
Adventure time. Teamwork is strength.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature.
Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered.
Order guide you. Gather.
Let's light it up.
The wind knows me.
Everybody stand back. Let's light it up. There is no escape.
Oh. It goes so well, and then it goes so slowly. Let's take a look. Ew. Ew. Great. On we go. You know, I've got the 4 girlies almost ready for the abyss. That's exciting. Like now that I think about it. I mean, Kale's been in the abyss at this point, but like we got 3 more. Completely destroyed Dvalin's shield today. Awesome.
One with nature.
Going in!
As one with wind and cloud.
Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered!
I will have order.
Oh no.
Into the wind.
Everybody stand back! Now you shall perish!
Did you really have to do 120k when he definitely did not have that much HP left? Instead of the first time we did your burst? Look at her blink at me. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I thought that went great. Like, I love it. Please keep doing 120k or more. I love that this is becoming normal, but come on now. Let's do it at a time when it counts. All right.
Gather.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
Shine down!
Into the wind.
Let's light it up! I'm going in! Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
This is order.
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
Yeah.
Illusion shattered! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Elemental reactions do not crit.
Torn to oblivion!
Seriously, again!
Let's go meet Sucrose and Kale at the crafting bench!
Again! That was 116,000 at the very end. Hey, my beloved. Last one. But yeah, that's why
Stabilize.
Kazuha and Venti
Order
having
tonight.
crit is a little silly because Swirl doesn't crit.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Going in! Inazuma shines eternal!
This is order.
Oh, thank you for the bits.
Solidify.
Shine down! Ha!
Ah! I keep thinking I've grabbed Kazuha. I have not grabbed Kazuha. Oh, good. The warming plate moved quickly. That's so nice of it.
Torn to
A,
oblivion.
please.
Everybody stand back. There is no escape.
Into the wind.
Alright, there we go. Thank you for the bits. So it can be bits and pieces. Oh, we got 3. Garbage. Garbage. Could be garbage, could be good. Alright. You having fun over there, John? Realizing there is definitely no cooldown on those. Just using all your points. Valid. Sound alerts aren't working? They should be. I'll have to check on that later. No sound on them?
The world falls completely silent,
Interesting.
and I can sleep undisturbed.
I'll have to check them on, I'll have to check them on sound alerts to see if there's something up. Because, like,
Weather's not
if
bad
the sounds
today.
were removed or whatever, I don't know.
I jinxed it. Now it's
It was
bound to
very
rain.
quiet. That could also be the problem. I did turn it down quite a bit. I can turn it up a bit more. See if maybe next time it'll... I don't suppose that the hilly troll is around? No, of course not. Could be Twitch being Twitch. All possibilities. Nope, wrong direction. There we go. Was the only one that popped up on the screen too? I thought I saw the other ones pop up. For the irony. Yeah, there's a chance then that maybe some of the, maybe some of the sounds just are no longer, like, on the sound alerts library. I will have to look. I can do that tomorrow. Alright. Into Mond we go. Okay. Let's go see Sucrose. What? Go to the library first. Okay. Alright. Have a good rest of your night. Sorry. This is so important to me. Have a good rest of your night, Felix. I will hopefully be able to see you tomorrow. Get some good sleeps and all of that stuff. And yeah. For a second, I was like, this tea doesn't taste right. Which one did I grab? No, it's just been steeping for an hour. That's why it tastes like that. Aha!
Why, if it isn't my underclassman, Sino. What a pleasant surprise it is to see you in Mondstadt during the Windbloom Festival.
Greetings, Lisa. Though I'm sure you've been aware of my presence in Mondstadt for some time already.
Oh dear, looks like you've seen right through me. But I was in no hurry. I knew we'd see each other sooner or later.
Yes. It's just as Professor Cyrus said. Shared aspirations always have a way of bringing people into each other's orbit.
He always has such a poetic way of wording things. I suppose that's the one respect in which I've taken after him. While in your case... Yes, it's his wit and eccentricities that have left their mark on you.
I'm not sure that describes me very aptly these days, given that I'm now the General Mahamatra. Still, if we're going to talk about ways with words, I think my deadpan humor is far superior than our professor's.
Is that so? Strange. I heard that you're just Sino the Adventurer when you're in Mondstadt.
You make a good point.
What do you think of Mondstadt during this time of year? It's quite nice, isn't it?
Yes, it's very nice. I think I'm starting to understand your reasons for leaving the academia.
I've always prided myself on making wise decisions.
Right.
And that was certainly one of them.
If our professor had been as sensible as you, he would have had a much easier time in his working life. Being stubborn doesn't help anybody.
Well, if even you feel comfortable criticizing him now that he's retired, it really goes to show how much he's changed. Stubbornness is an all-too-common vice among scholars. I hope that never rubs off on you. I'm always happy to see you visit Mondstadt and experience the feeling of freedom for yourself. I heard the latest news about Kale, too. No doubt the traumas of her childhood will persist for a while to come. But I have to say, she appears to be doing quite better this time than on previous visits. I suppose you're something of a mentor to her, aren't you? Now that I think about it, the two of you aren't so dissimilar. The power of Hermanubis once brought you great suffering.
That's all in the past now. Besides, Professor thankfully didn't treat me like a test subject for the priest's power like the higher-ups had hoped, even though I was a desert dweller. Instead, he gave me the tools I needed to lead the life I have today. He adopted me, educated me, taught me how to fit into society. I am very grateful to him.
You are very gifted, and sometimes that can become its own curse. But he has reason to be grateful to you too. Without you as his son/student, he may have never changed his stubborn ways. As a fellow student of his, I couldn't be happier for the two of you. Well, look at how quickly this developed from small talk to a deep and serious conversation. That's one thing I do miss about my academia days.
By virtue of being another of his students, you were as much a part of Professor's family as I. It's perfectly natural for a daughter to inherit her father's conversation style.
If you say so. I suppose that means I get to call you baby brother from now on.
I'd rather you didn't.
Yes, there's the baby brother I
She's
remember.
like, oh, yeah, now I'm only going to be doing that, actually. Their interactions are everything that I expected and hoped it would be like, so. Good for me, always being so true and honestly, yeah, Like, come on now. All right. Alrighty. I do like that you have to interact with them to start the story. I think that's a very nice thing that they did there. Instead of like, you know.
Traveler, Paimon, great timing. We got a lot of letters in the mailbox, and I just finished sorting them into 4 groups.
They should do that with story. Exactly. All quests should be like that.
Well, the real work hasn't even started yet. Which batch of letters should we read through first?
Alright. Joy above the clouds. Clue board. Alright. A flower that is not of this world. Okay. Alright. After our conversation the other day, I went over the prophecy's words carefully. A flower that is not of this world sounds more like a logical paradox. Think about it. If a flower is not of this world, its existence cannot be perceived. However, if it can be perceived, it will not fit the description of the prophecy. As such, my view is that the riddle's answer doesn't have to be a real plant. However, I must also note, with all due respect, that the person who came up with the riddle may not know all the plants in the world, and I dare say that no one could ever make such a claim. From this perspective, you could even think of some rare plants as potential candidates for the answer. Attached is a list of rare plant species. I've added a short description to each entry, and I hope you can find your answer within them. Best wishes to you. A flower that is not of this world doesn't sound like an existing species or something created through specialized cultivation techniques. With that noted, I believe that we should think out of the box. After reviewing what I've learned over the years, I have now reached a conclusion. Sucrose also came to discuss her thoughts with me. She hasn't yet decided on an answer at the moment of me writing this letter, so I won't be revealing my own conclusion right now. We can discuss it in detail when we meet, and I hope everyone else will bring their respective answers too. Alright. It feels strange to insert a letter into the mailbox that I made myself, but I did find my answer. At first, I thought a flower created using alchemy would constitute one that is not of this world, according to the prophecy. But after giving it some more thought, I realized that instead of creating an actual plant, a flower-shaped mechanism made of alchemical products might fit the description better. So I arrived at my conclusion: a clock in the shape of a flower. The long passage of life brushes past the timepiece, leaving fluttering petals in its wake. The elapsing years stir up the leaves, pushing the needle of time forward. Are there other letters? Oh yeah, that's what it means. Okay, got it. I was like, what? Alright, a guide who will never get lost. No one can confidently say that they will never get lost, but as long as their wish to guide and help others does not waver, they will become a ship that can traverse the waves eternally. I didn't perform any divination before writing this letter, but I have a feeling that I will witness the truth behind the prophecy together with you all. So if you need me, just call me just call on me at my place. I'll be there. All right. Gets to the boy voices. I'm just like, I'm just changing intonation more than actual voicing. But yeah, no. I don't think I have the energy in me to try and I've been thinking about this for a long time. Before you came to me with this prophecy, it never crossed my mind that I could be part of this. Well, as you all know, I'm probably the last person you'd think of when it comes to guiding others. I still have a long way to go, and I'm still trying to figure out how to peacefully coexist with everything in this world. But if you're asking me about who can help, my friend Fischl and her friend Mona, the astrologist, are both very knowledgeable and brave. I'd say they're probably the ones that you're looking for. And that's my answer. Wishing you all good luck. Guide is a little too grand a title for me, but I'd love to be everyone's friend. It's something I think I'm good at, and I'm an attentive listener, so do let me know when you feel lost. To use an analogy, I'm like a torch out in the wild that will help illuminate everyone's path so long as it continues to burn bright. Everything written below this is not meant for Kale. Dear Kale, if you're reading this, please turn away. I've been worried about Kale lately. She's recovered from the illness, but she still doesn't look all that cheerful. It feels like she still has things to let go of. Allow me to write down my wish here. I hope that Kale can uncover the secret behind the prophecy and find her happiness. Wherever she is and whoever she becomes, I'll always be her friend, no matter what. We're not the savior and the saved, but simply good friends. All right. I hope this letter finds you all well. I didn't expect to be asked such a question, which caused quite a headache at first. I only know how to guide people in the geological sense, but on the journey of life, I'm still the lost kid who needs the guidance of others. But upon seeing your question, I immediately knew what I can help with. I tried drawing a map showing vegetation distribution for Mr. Tagnari and Miss Kale, as well as a dragon spotting calendar for Mr. Sino. Both are attached below. In the next days, I will need to patrol with the captain and draw maps for Miss Lisa, so I can only support you with my well wishes. My apologies. Please forgive me. I hope the map and the list will be of some help to you. You are correct to assume I seldom lie. This has to do with my upbringing. As a desert dweller... Yeah. As a desert dweller who has been living within the academia since my childhood, my unusual identity makes it hard for others to trust me, and it would have been harder still if I was not honest. As a result, I learned to talk less and speak no more than what is necessary. Uncovering the secret behind the prophecy may come with its perils. If you need someone who would never lie, I can join you. I must make one thing clear first. I am not someone who would never lie. After hearing your question, I thought about many things in the past in earnest, and recalled many occasions upon which I lied. I often make up excuses to avoid choir practice. I also tell white lies too, sometimes to make myself happy, other times to allow myself to give up on some struggles. The nicest lie I've come up with is the one I told Varka, that I don't want to stay in Mondstadt. Varka responded with another lie, and that was his advice to me. Your current abilities are not suited to life beyond Mondstadt's borders. I can't be the answer to this question, but I suggest that you consider what never lying actually means. Does it mean to never deceive, or to never lie with ill intent? It's a pity that I'm not the one you're looking for, but I believe that someone who meets the requirements will turn up. Good luck. I asked my teacher, Lisa, to write this letter. It's much better than the ones I wrote. Many things. Right. I don't lie. I trust you. Come for me when you need me. I will always be there for you. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point. Alright. Legends were created by humans. In that sense, no legend endures forever, and all stories must end in regret someday. But as long as a good story lives in people's hearts, it does in some way live on forever. Yeah. That's the conclusion I've come to after years of reading, anyway. Best of luck, little cuties. Mom writes travel guides, but she did have friends who wrote fairy tales, so Cleese heard that a story its author spends their whole life writing will always be a good one. I think a legend that never ends should be a story filled with hopes and dreams. It works like a baton that's passed on from one person to the next, offering something meaningful to everyone it touches. Yeah. I was once greatly encouraged by such stories, so I think I'll be going with this answer. Alright. Gotten through them.
Let me quickly summarize what we found out about a flower that is not of this world. Tainari believes that on closer examination it might be logically paradoxal, while Albedo says that his answer would be better discussed at length in person. As for my answer, I think a clock in the shape of a flower would constitute one that is not of this world.
Here's what we've gathered regarding a guide who will never get lost. Mona said that she'd like to join us in uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bennett suggests Fischl, Mona, or the Traveler as potential candidates. Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master Tainari and wrote up a dragon spotting calendar for Saito. Amber also wrote in. She said that she sees herself as nobody's guide, but everybody's friend.
As for one who would never lie, Rosaria removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Sino are willing to support us in our search. Timaeus seems to have forgotten to write to us.
And finally, this is what we've gathered on a legend that never ends. Khalees said that her mom has a number of friends who like to write storybooks. Lisa believes that legends live forever in people's hearts.
Yeah.
I think that for a legend to be never-ending, it has to be filled with hopes and dreams, and actively pass from one person to the next.
So, what are the answers to the 4 riddles then?
You're really smart, Paimon. I think you can figure it all out in no time.
Or, let's all share our thoughts on what we think the answers might be.
Wait! Wait for me!
Oh, Timaeus, what brings you here?
I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get around to writing that letter. However, I'm happy to announce that I think I can be the one who would never lie.
Uh-huh.
This is kinda sudden.
Care to elaborate, man?
Not that we don't trust you, Timaeus, but, could you elaborate a little? After you catch your breath?
Of course, of course.
Come here.
Do you still remember the time I, collaborated with a certain Miss Ying-ar?
Rings a bell.
Well, basically, she helped me out a lot with my research into potion making once, and, well, we've stayed in touch through letters ever since.
Uh-huh.
Wait, so Ying-ar is the girl from Lila that Sucrose mentioned earlier? We always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the crafting bench. So you've just been writing letters to Ying-ar the whole time?
No, Well, I mean, not all the time. I've done some work too. And anyway, our correspondence covers a lot of serious topics, like perfumes, potions, alchemy. Anyway, a few months ago,
Yeah.
I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true to myself.
I think he
and
fell off
never
on
utter
the
an
back of this a
insincere
couple
word
too many
until the day
times.
that I've managed to win Miss Yingar's heart.
So, at Star Snatch Cliff, you were picking Cecilia's as a gift for Yingar?
Well, that's right. The Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart, transformed by the power of love. I couldn't think of a better flower to give than that. I know full well that Miss Yingar is far more knowledgeable than I in both the ways of the world and the ways of our craft, but I thought I should make the effort for once and put myself out there. Which brings me to the subject of the last few days and the Windbloom Festival. I thought it was time for me to invite Miss Yingar to Mondstadt. But yesterday, Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help another girl achieve her dream.
Huh?
And when I went to take a look at our roster, I saw that she'd done my remaining work for me. I feel incredibly guilty. I've been spending all of my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending over backwards to help other people. How could I ever hope to be worthy of Miss Yingar's love if I'm so selfish?
Oh, Timaeus.
And that's why I've decided to join you.
But then what about Yingar?
Yeah. Haven't you been planning this for over a month now? You said you were gonna invite her to Mondstadt.
Well, yes, I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another gift with my hand-picked Windblooms, along with a handwritten letter. I explained that a matter of great importance has presented itself to which I must devote my full attention for the time being. As soon as it's resolved, I'll make haste to Liyue to pick her up in person. I made sure to package the gift and letter with the greatest care. All I can do now is hope that she'll understand. Point being, please know that I sincerely want to support you in this endeavor. Plus, I think I'm an honest person. As far as I recall, I don't think I've told a single lie in my life.
Well, you certainly convinced Paimon with that speech. Don't worry, Timaeus. We won't let your determination go to waste.
Thank you, Timaeus.
Thank you, everyone. I promise to do everything I can to help.
Okay, so it looks like we found our one who would never lie.
Great! Let's keep it up. On to the other three.
Alright.
Okay, Paimon will do the honors. Ahem. We have with us here the flower, the guide, the legend, and Timaeus.
Why did you only say Timaeus' name? You should say my name too.
All right. We also have Klee.
That's me!
Really,
Please,
honestly,
this
though.
all somehow feels like we're getting ready for a field trip.
There's nothing wrong with a more relaxed atmosphere, is there?
Albedo, have you figured out your answer?
Of course. We will soon see if my hypothesis has any merit.
Actually, I'm still feeling a little nervous.
Me too.
But weren't you all fired up just a moment ago?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's do this.
Actually, I'm a little worried too. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
I know what you're feeling. Saying anything becomes so much harder when there are so many people watching.
Well, does anyone know the exact location of where we're headed, or should I do a reading on my scry glass?
Oh, yeah. Other reason Oliver hasn't been, making stream appearances is because I've been sleeping downstairs for a while. So my pillow and blanket is on the couch. So naturally, that's a more comfortable, not a scratching post, little man. So naturally, that's a more comfortable place for him to be laying than trying to squeeze on the chair with me. Yeah. He gets the whole couch to himself.
According to the prophecy, once we figured out the answer, we should test it at the Lantern of Utmost Joy. Wait, but where is this lantern?
Oh, we know something about that.
Yeah. I've already found out where it is.
What?
I'm besties with the Animo Archon. You make up a story about how you discovered the location of
That's
Divining the
amazing.
Wind.
You really know how to do everything under the sun.
Yes. We know how to do everything under the sun as long as it involves consulting one of our 4 divine besties.
Then we'll let you lead the way.
Follow me.
This is it. We're off to find the sacred location of the Lantern of Utmost Joy.
All right. Oh. Off of Falcon Coast. You know, when I first started this game, climbing that little cliff face
According to
was
the
so
map,
much harder.
it should be somewhere around here.
Let me take a look. Oh, it should be right up ahead.
Aw, I don't see any lanterns here.
They really should.
Now that I think about it, the prophecy didn't say anything about what the Lantern Utmost Joy actually looks like, right? Maybe we've overlooked something?
Traveler, are you trying to figure out something else from the paper?
Exactly. Venti's note here says we should look up and seek the answer from the sky.
Paimon's reading too. Huh? It says to look up. But there's nothing above us. The wind didn't trick us, did it?
The slip also says, now you should recite the incantation. Paimon, take a look at this.
Place the squirrel on the back of the pointy-eared cat, and a pious puppy will open the doors to show you the way. Huh. Paimon read the whole thing out loud, but nothing's happening.
Look! Look! The wind is blowing!
What a strong wind current. Let's write it up and see where it leads us.
Huh? We'll have to fly up there? Can someone carry me with them?
Here.
This is the first time I've ever flown like this!
How did this little island get up here in the sky? Did somebody make it?
Just to be safe, I've been jotting down our entire route here. This way, no one will get lost.
Oh, good thinking, Kale. Who would have thought we'd find this kind of table here? Weird. It's almost as if someone was holding a tea party.
I I never would have guessed that such a place could exist. Right above Mondstadt, too.
Wow, look at that pretty lantern on the table. There's even a chair for each side of the lantern, too.
There seems to be something on the back of this chair. Let me have a closer look. Take your seat, present your answers, and you shall reach enlightenment. Well, as far as instructions go, I guess that's simple enough.
So we just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
Huh? What is it, Albedo?
We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats. Everyone,
Yeah.
please stay clear.
I was just thinking the same thing. Like, hold on. Hold on.
Questions and doubts aside, the
Before
scenery
we
here
just
is pretty
sit
amazing.
down,
It'd be impossible
like
to
some
feel
mysterious
safe
piece of
here.
paper tells us to.
How is everything, Albedo?
Everything seems to be fine. I didn't find any traps or suspicious mechanisms, but I also couldn't find any overt destructive devices.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, it seems that wrong answers won't have any catastrophic consequences. Looks like we'll have to sit on these chairs and fulfill the prophecy. Everyone, I would like to suggest that we try some risky answers on our first attempt. Let's reserve our most confident answers for the second round.
That sounds kind of smart. But why?
I get what he means. If we do as he says, then we may be able to figure out how the puzzle works.
I see. That makes a lot of sense.
Mona, is there something wrong? You're not looking too good. Oh, are you hungry? I brought some snacks.
Thank you for offering, Klee, but that's not quite it. While Albedo was checking just now, I gave my scryglass a spin hoping to find some information. But there's a strange aura to this place. It's almost as if someone has been staring at me as soon as we stepped foot in here. But if nothing here has actually been physically tampered with, then no. Could that person be?
Mona just shivered. Did she sense some kind of great power?
What do you mean, Mona? Who could it be?
Never mind. It's not like I've got any proof.
Don't leave us on the edge like this, Mona. I'll just do what Albedo said.
Yes, let's test the hypothesis together, Klee.
Come on, join us, Mona.
Oh, all right.
Okay, then I'll answer the first question. If someone were to ask me to find a flower that is not of this world,
You can do it, Sucrose.
then I would fetch a tetratanic sweet flower.
All right, I'm up next. My part
Don't
of the
scratch on the
prophecy is
chair.
to find a guide who will never
Whoa.
get lost.
Don't fall down the chair either, little boy.
Collie, I hope you found your answer.
My answer is that I will be that guide. For a long time, I have been guided by others. It's taken me a while, but I finally made it to where I am today. Although I still haven't made a name for myself, and I'm still quite immature, I would still like to put my name forward. Because I would like to become a guide that can help others. I want to help others the same way Amber, Master Tainari, Sino, and everyone else helped me. Now it's my turn to pass on the gift that I've been given.
All right, it's up to me to answer the third part. I'll submit myself as one who would never lie. Although I've never really had any other virtues or talents, I'm confident that I've always been an honest person. I'd like to thank everyone, too, for giving me this opportunity to validate myself.
And last but not least, I will answer the final part of the prophecy. There's no tale more befitting the title of a legend that never ends than our fates as human beings.
Wait! The lantern just lit up! Whoa! All four sides of the lantern are glowing!
Huh?
But all we did was submit a batch of test answers.
Kale, could I ask you to stand up for a second?
Oh, alright.
Huh? What's going on? Why is it lighting up regardless of who's sitting in the chair? Didn't it say we have to answer all the questions correctly?
It's pretty clear now, isn't it? We've just proven that there is no right answer for this prophecy.
No right answer? But how could that be?
Although the instructions had come from an old and enigmatic prophecy, it is in fact nothing like the ancient mechanism that we had all imagined it to be. I believe the lantern only serves as a simple signal.
And to think, I never expected you to actually find this place.
What? There's someone else here?
We meet again, traveler.
Hey! You're that outlander
Thank you
we
for
met
the
the other
bits,
day
Don.
at the center.
Have a good rest of your night. Get some good sleep and all of that stuff. Thank you for being here.
It's all thanks to you that I was able to find this place. Good thing that you were too preoccupied with the prophecy to notice someone tailing you from the shadows.
Oh, is that so?
Thank
then,
you.
why do I spy yet another person following in your shadow?
Wait, really?
There's no need for pleasantries. You should know I'm here for you.
Something about one person tailing them while someone else tails them. It reminds me of that one audio. I'm sure that it's from something, but it's a TikTok audio. It's like, you know, she wiped that smug look right off my face. But luckily, I was wearing a secret, smaller smug look underneath. It's very 1960s Batman. Yeah. It really is.
Is it just because I'm a visitor from abroad?
I was there when you snuck your way into Marjorie's place.
So you had your eyes on me even then, huh? That was 2 whole weeks ago, you know.
It's hard not to notice you when I'm on duty every day.
All right. In that case, I'll admit it. I was the person who slipped this prophecy into the storybook.
Huh? But why?
Okay.
Then, does that mean this wasn't a real prophecy after all?
Don't worry. Even though you probably have plenty of reservations about me, you can be sure that the prophecy is genuine. In fact, many of you here today may have heard the code name of the one who left the prophecy to me. She hailed from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom used a single letter to signify themselves.
Who would have guessed? It seems that power was indeed left behind by the old hag after all.
Ah, so you're B's student. It's an honor to meet you. I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Well, what are you talking about?
I knew it! I mean, I didn't know that, but I had a feeling that, but I knew Mona's mentor had something to do with it.
So much time and energy trying to decipher this prophecy, you must
could feel
also
it.
be very interested in the secret behind this lantern, no? The lantern has already been lit. Now then, please allow me to disturb your happy peace.
Yeah.
Huh. Why did this little thing just light up? How strange.
Hello? On the other side of the lantern. Can you hear me over there?
Mom?
Oh, I hear many youthful voices.
Madam, I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Oh, since we've last gathered, Jay's successor has already become so reckless and bold. Unbelievable.
Wait, Wait. Why are you talking just like the old hag?
Old hag? Who would dare say that? Is that Mona?
Who are you? Who dares imitate my master?
And what of imitation and mimicry? It has always been a fool's errand to mimic and learn from humanity.
Aunt Alice, I'm here too.
Mom, why are you trying to talk like other people?
So I see everyone's here. Well then,
I think it's a conference call.
Alice, why would you...
Well, it's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of the old friends from my youth may have decided to catch up again.
Why she sounds so coy all of a sudden?
Because Alice is borderline omniscient. That's why.
This lantern in the care of the Animo Archon Barbados. You must be commended for uncovering an artifact entrusted to the god of wind himself. Tell me, are you sitting around my beloved tea party table?
It's a really long table.
Oh, so you are. I suppose this means even the Animo Archon has
Dakota and
granted you
Marie.
entry to this place. Was
Alice
all
is
of
talking.
this
Hush.
Scarlet's doing?
Wait. Paimon's completely lost now. So what was this assembly you were talking about earlier?
Paimon, do you remember nothing of Mona's
I'd like
quest?
to leave the explanation of that to you.
Well, you should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Now then, let me tell you a long and ancient story. Ever heard of the Hexenzirkel? As the spooky name suggests, it's a secret society.
Me neither.
Once upon a time, it even challenged the Animo Archon himself. But he replied, "Let us make music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song." From then on, the mages would only ever convene in the woods, in the skies, or on the edges of cliffs. At these tea parties, they discussed their stories and secrets and resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves.
Yesterday, I snuffed out the life of my beloved. He had grown old and was extremely sick. He loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had, he's the only one left.
This is gold.
But I suppose that still makes me a mother.
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Oh, this looks interesting. Let me scry.
The old hag.
My dear sisters, we mustn't let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship. Even the most frightening witch was once a little girl, and growing up can be so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles to the wind. Even if the nations go to war, or the sky falls down, the mages' tea parties shall forever be held around this table.
Ooh, exciting.
So this is where the legendary mages held their meetings.
That's right. We often met here to chat and have tea.
Then, what about the part saying that if we light the lantern of utmost joy, we'd receive a supreme blessing?
About that. I never expected anyone other than Jay to actually read the full contents of that prophecy. It's a little embarrassing. The truth is, that prophecy was actually just a letter that we sent to Jay as a group the day before her wedding.
So it was indeed written by all of you.
I must thank you for resisting the urge to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you, you probably figured out everything the moment you laid eyes on the message.
No, it took me a little longer than that.
A flower that is not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. These 4 descriptions signify 4 individual mages. When a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a final get-together. A flower that is not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world. This is the signature of our full name, Rhindaughter, also known as Gold. If there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her. The guide who will never get lost is N, otherwise known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a truly extraordinary woman who has made this world's direction and order her subject of study. Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred in the world. She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning.
Could it be the one could have spoken to me while we were investigating the
If one day you
balladeer?
would be unfortunate enough to run into a truly dangerous situation, she may use her voice to guide the way forward for you.
Who would have guessed that there are so many mysterious women in this world and that they would all know each other?
The one who would never lie is me. I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short, have always had a soft spot for those with sincerity and candor. As for a legend that never ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works. Have any of you ever read The Boar Princess?
Huh? I'm pretty sure every child in Mondstadt has read that book.
It's also one of my favorite stories. M was an exceptional human writer who used her prose to teach me the meaning of grief. Don't you think such a person would deserve a seat at the mage's table?
Paimon's getting more and more lost.
It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has said. Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed on, leaving her title to her students and followers. Alice, you've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her mantle. I've always wanted to meet you.
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title
I
aside,
can only imagine.
I think I'm more interested in the meaning and purpose of the Hexen Circle. I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world. But now, I've seen for myself that besides Jay, many other ordinary people were also among you.
Do you think less of us now?
No, not at all. My interest has been piqued, and I'm now even more drawn towards the idea of becoming a mage.
You're right. I've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors, but you are different. You are much more fascinating than any of your predecessors.
Also, I will say that like when oh my goodness, random cat hair. Blah. In my mouth. I will say that like when that part of the Archon quest hit, when we heard that voice talking to us, I was like, could be an Archon, don't think it's an Archon. And I knew it wasn't Alice, because that was really where my brain first jumped to, not an Archon, but to Alice, because I'm like, Alice probably would know. Like, I imagine that she knows more than Erminsul. But during that, like, we've already heard Alice's voice, but maybe it's like one of the others? I don't know, maybe that's Gold's voice or something, so I love being right. And also that I can just be right quietly in the moment and not risk being wrong. But no, it's nice. It's nice to know. It's nice to know that I was right. I love being right. I see the plot. I perceive it.
Oh, has
I mean, I
someone
don't
finally
at all,
piqued Aunt
but
Alice's interest?
I'm keeping up.
Now is not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting. I want you to tell me all about Jay's married life back in her hometown.
So the mage who received the prophecy letter from all of you was Jay? She left the Hexen Circle after getting married?
Precisely. There was only one way the letter could have been interpreted. She would have known what we meant as soon as she saw the message. We were just asking one thing of her. Please come to see us again. Before you go and settle forever with your happiness, please come share some of it with your best friends and sisters.
So, the Supreme Blessing actually meant...
We
All
do.
journeys are fleeting and will eventually come to an end. What will give us the most fulfillment and happiness in the end are those who will greet us at our journey's destination. Dear child, I believe you can also understand what I am talking about. We women will always have many troubles and encounter pains and frustrations that will keep us up at night. But no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best friends again, regardless of how many years have passed or how far the distance may be. As long as we can be with our beloved friends, our hearts will be filled with joy. To us mages, that's what being supremely blessed is all about.
Oh.
I still don't get it, but I do know that all the mages are Mom's best friends.
If you ask how I see it, the Hexen Circle is just a group of ladies that I spent my youth with. Anyway, I'll introduce some of the other members to you all later. I still have a few things to attend to, so this will have to do for today.
Bye, Mom. Todoko says bye, too.
Goodbye, darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Oh, now that I think of it, isn't it getting close to that time of year?
Yes.
Right.
It's Wind Bloom again, Alice.
It's also a special anniversary date. I'm sure you still remember.
Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day many, many years ago that Jay tied the knot. Ah, just in time for the Festival of Love and Freedom. Everyone, please enjoy this year's Wind Bloom Festival to the fullest.
For a moment, everyone looks lost in thought, but soon chatter begins to fill the space again. Before long, everyone spreads their gliders and returns to Mont.
Whoa. Ah, Albedo! Why didn't you tell me we'd have to glide all the way back down?
Did you think that stairs were going to magically appear for you, Timaeus? Wow, it really shot us up here. Ow, my bones. Ugh. And more of my bones. I'm sorry. The stretch is needed, though.
Oh.
Are you okay, Timaeus? Maybe you'd feel better if you just, let it out.
I'm fine. I'm just a little glider sick, that's all.
Uh-huh.
You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time. It might prove helpful to you.
Okay. Sure thing.
It sounds like you've still got something on your mind. Why don't you tell us? We're we're all happy to listen.
It's nothing, really. It's just, well, Alice's story was really interesting and romantic. I won't argue about that. But still, the whole thing wasn't quite
Right,
what I
yeah.
was hoping for.
Like, babe, I don't think that's the
I
solution.
didn't actually expect the supreme blessing to be real, but...
Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timaeus. Honestly, it's more on me for having agreed to be the Wimbloom Festival Special Ambassador. Had I not asked for everyone's help...
If anything, it should be my fault for finding that prophecy.
Oh, no. I didn't mean to blame the two of you either. I just feel like this whole adventure didn't really end on a high note, and
The yellow
also
thing,
didn't really get anything out
it's
of it.
a tea steeper. It's
But
got
I'd
loose
say
leaf
we
tea
still
in
learned
the,
something new.
so it's like a, yeah.
Well, that aside, Timaeus, you still need to go to Liyue to apologize to Yingar, right? Do you want Kale and I to accompany you?
Oh, Miss Yingar. Well, I mean, I just really don't want her to get mad at me. Now that I've come back to my senses, I really don't know what I should do.
Hey, you three? You may want to look over there.
Huh? Miss Yingar?
Oh, so that's Miss Yingar? I've never met her before.
Yep, that's her. And she actually came all the way to Mondstadt.
I am so sorry, Miss Yingar, but how did you... I mean...
Are you so happy just to see me?
Of course I am. I'm so happy that, I don't, sorry, I don't know what to say.
I was ready to give you a harsh scolding, but now that I've seen you like this, I suppose I could let you off the hook this time. You said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter, right? Well then, of course I had to come and find you instead.
Should we go see how they're doing?
I wouldn't. You'll get hit by a forest boar if you interrupt a couple's romantic conversation.
Oh, really? We'll just leave them alone then.
Yeah. They look quite happy. Maybe that's what Windbloom's all about.
I am so glad to see Timaeus find his happiness.
I have to say, I'm even more envious of you, Sucrose. You can be happy just to see others happy, and you gave me so much help without any expectations in return. Even though you said that we're very much alike, I still feel like you have a much bigger heart than I do.
But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave or tenacious as you. I guess we have the same amount of positive qualities. They're just spread over different parts of our personalities. I've never visited Sumeru, or made many friends from outside of Mondstadt. I'm happy just to have met and become your friend. Maybe I'll get shy and flustered when I meet other people I don't know in the future. But that's okay too. Since we are so alike, you probably get what I'm trying to say. You just need to believe that all of your issues aren't really issues at all.
But isn't it too late now for me to learn to accept myself?
Well... Do you know anything about the blooming cycles of Cecilius?
I may have read about that in a book before.
That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating. Surprising, right? To think that people would talk about that while on a date. My mom brought it up at dinner one time last month. She called my dad the most boring man she knew, and said that he even turned up late to a date once, all with a smile on her face. But she also said that learning is just another part of life. It's never too late to start something. as long as you recognize that it's something good for you to do. Why don't you give it a try, Polly?
Okay, I'll try my best. They're really having a great conversation. Paimon can't even find a moment to join in.
It's great that they're getting. Isn't it great that they're getting along so well?
I nearly forgot. This is for you.
This texture. Are these seeds?
Yep. I believe I mentioned my sweet flower research to you before. These are the seeds of the sweet flower cultivars that I've worked on. It's nothing too special, but they're the best cultivars that I've made. So, I really hope that you'll like them. They're super sweet and easy to grow and keep. I'm also submitting them as my wind blooms for this year. I wish that the Animo Archon could also see how lovely they are.
Thank you.
Oh, he's seen them before.
Them in the Avidia forest
He thinks
and
it's
take good care
adorably
of
you
them.
that you've made them.
Polly, please take these notes with you. I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrose's request. Feel free to look through them whenever you can find the time. Mondstadt's doors will always remain open to you.
Thank you so much. Really, I don't know what to say. I'm just really happy.
Ah, Sucrose, now's your chance. Didn't you want to collect a breath of joy?
You're right. I almost forgot. Kale, can you exhale once into this test tube? I will save this breath of joy and use it in my research.
Oh, really? May I?
Of course.
Kale exhales into the test tube and the fluid turns a deep violet. A small sparkling cloud then puffs out of the test tube and rises into the air like a marshmallow before it's taken away by the wind.
Huh? What was that?
It was like a little cloud of happiness, but now it flew away.
All right.
Well, luckily, there's still some breath left in the test tube. I'll seal it up for now. I'll keep working on it and let you know as soon as I have any breakthroughs in my research.
Yeah, you can write to me. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I receive your letter.
Oh, it looks like you found a new pen pal.
Master Tainari! Sino!
If your friendship was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever?
I muted myself and not the stream. Of course I did. It's because I had it slid down when I was fixing this, or trying to fix the sound alerts. Awesome. Sorry about that. That's it. I think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all hope of repair. Yeah.
All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely. The dragon here possesses a majestic form.
Oh, did you see Dvalin?
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, this card back is for you.
For me? Didn't Sino commission this?
Sino wanted you to have one for yourself. If I had to guess, I'd say he probably wants you to use it if you challenge him to a duel.
I'm a master of the game. Do you dare challenge me?
believe this guy? Huh. Let's knock him off his high horse.
It's time to duel.
Wait! I've got something to give you, too.
Huh? Kali has a gift for us?
Yeah! I figured I should follow local Mondstadt customs and prepared a few small things themed after the Windbloom Festival.
Ooh.
I made these bookmarks from Sumeru roses at the hotel. I want to give them to Amber, Master Tainari, and Sino. During Windbloom, Mondstadters offer flowers to the people most important to them. You three are family to me.
But Tainari said that we're not anything like an academic family. He wouldn't write joint papers with us.
Are you still hung up on that, babe? I think he is. Well, in this case, we can consider ourselves regular siblings, and that should be just fine.
I agree. Oh, and here are some Padisara seeds as well. These are for the Traveler, Paimon, and everyone else from Mondstadt.
Whoa, are these really for us?
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
So, are these your chosen Windblooms?
One of them. Both Padisaras and Sumeru roses are my Windblooms. Although they're not native to Mondstadt, they are the flowers that can best express my feelings.
I think Venti would approve.
I want to give them to the people I feel thankful for. To those who I wish to accompany as we greet more seasons and future Windblooms together. The real blessing in life is when you are surrounded by people who you'd miss day and night, and who you'd want to see even if that meant crossing mountains and oceans to do so.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
Sucrose, do you see that cloud over there?
Huh?
Doesn't it look just like your test tube?
That was cute.
Am I dreaming? Miss Ying-ar, you really came all the way to Mondstadt to see me?
Sino's by the cat's tail. Alright, cool.
I still can't believe it.
Why wouldn't I want to come see you, It's not like a quick trip from Liyue to Mondstadt is completely unheard of or anything. Also, isn't it time for you to drop the miss and just call me Ying-ar?
Ying-ar. Ying-ar. I think I still need some time to get used to calling you that.
Look at you, already so flustered. And we're just getting started.
I'm just fidgeting with my hand.
I'm
I was going like
overwhelmed with happiness.
And
Thank
Toulouse
you
just
so
stopped
much
where
for
they were
coming
walking
see
to
me for
stare at my
Windbloom.
fingers. I'm gonna leave them alone.
I quite like my new card back. It goes perfectly with my deck. I take it you've also received your card back? Want to use it to play around?
We can play him in a second. I have to pee really badly. So I'll be right back. And then we'll handle this and event things. And yeah. Alright. worry, everyone. My kidneys are safe. Let's play some Genius Invocation TCG. I haven't gotten very far in this because I always forget to do it. Alright. Oh, I love it. Sorry about that. Yes, exactly. There we go. I'm like, hello, why are these so blurry? Hydro, Dendro. Hi, Toulouse. Do you want to come up here? No? Okay.
Let's go.
Not too bad of a...
Your penance is due! Futile!
Nice. I wish that were me.
Cool it! Surrender!
Ugh. The dice in this game don't like me. What do I say? The dice in this game don't like me. Yeah.
Freeze!
Oh. Oh, I've been switched to sucrose though. That's nice.
Stand clear.
Oh, yay, sucrose.
This ends now. Judgment is upon you. Let's go.
Futile!
My judgment. Good judgment call.
This is just my...
You have spirit. Where did I go wrong?
Ready when you...
Don't get cocky.
Great. Why does Kaya's burst do less damage again? Does it, like, keep doing damage? Is that the thing? It does 2 damage every time you switch.
Cool it.
Okay, well, I'm ending after this.
Don't push your luck.
And he's about to die,
This
so...
doesn't look good.
I want to help.
I think I'm gonna lose. Yeah. I've never lost before. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Well, good game. I'm not gonna be here all night. So no. Load times. Wi-Fi. I literally just said that I'm not gonna be here all night. Ugh. Yeah. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. I'm like, what? They're like, well, you lost. Bye. Oh, you know what? I did all that artifact farming, and then I didn't even go to level up artifacts. Here. You've got 2 that are at level 4. Let's get this crown up a little bit. Elemental Mastery, that's a good one. Def percent, I'll take it. Okay, 2 of yours are also. Energy recharge. What is Yanfei's HP? Okay. A little, though. We'll work on that. Anyways.
Well, what do you think? I trust you've enjoyed this year's Windbloom Festival. I'm happy to see you find the time amidst your busy adventures to return to Mondstadt and celebrate the winds of freedom with us. And if you have a moment now, would you care to hear a new love poem I wrote this year? Allow me to recite it for you. This world has never seen such vibrant color. It bestows upon everyone a brilliant hue, a shade more ethereal than white, yet more radiant still than gold. It eases into your eyes and restores to light a solitary soul. Maybe a bit too somber. Maybe I should write another one on sweet flowers instead.
Okay. Wait. Now that I think about it, I wasn't paying that much attention to the So there's that. These we just play. Okay. Let's start with this, I think. The balloon. One is packed. Well, I thought I navigated to the event. The man to the right. All right. Oh, I see. I see. So we just... Okay. I thought it was going to be, like, at a place. um... I understand now. Okay. Collect Gale blessings. Okay. Okay. On the second floor of Favonius headquarters. Yeah. Ah! No, no, no! That balloon is coming after me. Oh, I'm being cornered. Ah! We'll get the last of these. Pop them? Oh my god. I knew I was supposed to interact with them in some way, but oh my gosh. Well, it's not too far from where I was. Oh, it's not available yet. Oh, I see. It's a thing that I have to... load screens. Please. It's because my Wi-Fi keeps dropping down a bar. Alright, how do we do? Yeah, I thought so. Oh! Oh, that's pretty! That's a pretty sword. I like it. Okay. I will definitely, I will definitely have fun with that. I think I'm gonna already gave it to D-Luke. Wonderful. Alright. I might just do one round and then call it a night simply due to feeling tired. Oh, settings, right. Basic. Dark background, please. Oh, wait. I don't know what that is, but it was at 0, so I don't know. Changing fall speed helped so much. I'll see if I want to do that. Oh, we have to interact with Lizzie to do it. Okay, got it. Okay. We'll just go normal. Nice and chill. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. I'm like, did I turn the sound off? No, it's fine. Wonderful. On that note, I am going to close off here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me as we finished this story. I will see you guys tomorrow for Not So Berry. Get some good rest, everyone. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, I will find somebody to send this over to. There's plenty of people who are live. It is typical Wednesday. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's raid Moon. We haven't raided them in a while. They are also playing through Windbloom. Alright. Okay. Good night.